Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about one of our favorite subjects. We're going to talk about toys.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about how adults are now buying more toys than preschoolers.
I'm not surprised.
So let's talk about this, because this probably does explain some of the recent decisions with Hasbro and how they're basically outsourcing their toys. And I think they're looking at this like, yeah, kids aren't playing with toys like they used to.
They're mostly on their probably games and their phones and stuff
Apps.
like that. And this is probably why we have a lot of nutters, because they're usually going nuts over toys.
Yeah, that is the dark side of adults collecting toys, is that it does tend to sometimes attract people that are not quite adults mentally.
Yes.
It's really weird, but we'll talk about it. We're actually pretty huge collectors ourselves. We have bunches and bunches of toys. We're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna talk about the market. We're gonna talk about, speaking of Hasbro, we're gonna talk about a former Hasbro executive going out on his own and trying to scoop up some of these licenses, snatching them from the fire, as it were. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
So this is kind of a follow-up to, that's obviously, is that AI? That has to be AI. This is a follow-up to a story a couple of weeks ago. New York Post said that adults were outpacing preschoolers, but now it's official. Yeah, adults are gobbling up toys. They're talking.
I'm guilty as charged. I am.
This guy, Tom Schaller, he began selling antiques and collectibles on eBay in 2005, and now he makes more than $100,000 a year selling vintage toys on eBay. And there are lots of people that do, actually. It's a big industry
Problem
right
is
now.
finding them is the problem. I have trouble finding things.
Yeah, well, because of adult collectors scooping things up for eBay. Weirdly enough, it's cheaper in some cases to buy them at retail than it is to go through like Entertainment Earth or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah, to use shipping and everything, even with a business account. Don't do that.
Oh God, yeah, that was a whole nother. Other people were complaining about that too. Like it's very cost prohibitive. So yeah, so what they do is they go around and they buy stuff up from Walmarts and Targets and mark them up, and that's why everything's a lot more expensive. Scalpers.
That's what everybody calls them.
What they,
wait, we're not allowed to say that anymore, right? Because it's offensive.
Toy reseller.
Yes.
Hey, true story. We actually did this years ago. After I got laid off, we were doing the scalping thing.
But we didn't usually clear shelves very often.
No, I would leave a couple. Usually what it was like we would go maybe pick up 3 or 4 of something, keep one, and then sell the rest.
Or we type of clearances, like we found like Millennium Falcon Lego sets that were going for way more than they were.
Oh my God, yeah, they were like what were they, $25 or $50? And
and they were selling for like a couple $100 or whatever. Yeah, we used to do that. Like I know we did that with the Masters of the Universe line in the early 2000s.
The 2000s line,
and we did it with like Ninja Turtles had come out.
Transformers Armada.
Yeah, you had found some ones that no one had pictures of, and they ended up on the blogs and stuff.
It was back 15, 20 years ago. It wasn't like it is now. Where people have it down to a science, like, okay, this shipment's coming into Target on this day or whatever. It was like whenever the stuff just magically appeared on the shelves and whoever got the pictures first, like you were a hero on the forums. They're like, oh my God. I even know, like, I remember with Robots in Disguise, they had the mini figures of like Scourge and the Autobot brothers, and people are like, I didn't even know these existed.
Yeah.
But we got them.
So anyway. We've been doing toys for a long, long time.
Yeah. So this is, again, they're talking about this. It said that, in fact, this year, for the first time, consumers 18 plus surpassed toddlers to become the biggest demographic for toy purchases, buying more than $1.53 billion in toys.
Wow.
That topped the 1.5.
I do my share, don't worry.
That topped the 1.5 billion toys purchased for 3 to 5 year olds. Additionally, according to Circana, 43% of adults purchased a toy for themselves in the last year, which we talked about that before.
And I mean toys, guys.
Toys. We're not talking adult toys.
Not the ones that make your teeth chatter. We're talking about toys.
We tried finding this article, and I looked up adult toys.
No. So that you realize after you did it. Like, nope,
that
bad
was
idea.
a mistake.
Bad idea.
They said retro was a consistent trend within the toy industry. Like most trends, it was something that cycled. It came and went, came back a few years later. Eventually, it stuck around. It turned a corner when toy manufacturers started creating products specifically for the nostalgia market. And that was so when we were doing the toy resale thing online. The nostalgia, this was like the first like wave of nostalgia because everything was coming back at once. He-Man was coming back, Transformers were coming back, at least they were vehicles again. They never really left, but we had years and years of Beast Wars, and then finally we're getting vehicles again. What else do we have coming back? I think Strawberry Shortcake and stuff were coming back.
Rainbow Bright. We're going to talk about some things like Fluffy Dogs. Fluffy Dogs are back.
Fluffy Dog, yeah. But that was like 20 years after the stuff was big in the 80s. And what I'm seeing is all of that 80s stuff just keeps cycling. And what it tells me is that like our generation is the most consumer focused.
Yeah, I would say even to like the early 90s, like because the Ninja Turtles and stuff like that.
Ninja Turtles are huge. They still sell.
But yeah, and it's definitely, there's definitely a market for it. And everybody's trying to scoop up the licenses or do, reissues or retro things, which drives the prices down sometimes on the old stuff. But it also makes it that you can afford things for other people who want to get into it.
Yeah, so they said it's a nostalgia thing. They said it reminds them of simpler times. Even though the past is often romanticized, nostalgia allows us to temporarily escape from the constant stress that surrounds us. A lot of people got into collecting toys or collecting comics or getting into tabletop games during the pandemic. So it's probably to take their mind. Well, I mean, you're stuck in your house, right?
They probably start collections and now they're continuing them afterwards because it makes them happy. And that's probably why a lot of stuff got boosted. But whatever the answer is, now adults are buying more toys than kids. For themselves. I don't think they're buying it for the kids too, I'm sure, which plays into it. But yeah. Yeah, so let's talk about some of the stuff that's coming back, and then we're going to talk about this guy from Hasbro that I just found out the other day. You told me about it. I found out about it because this company's going to, I think, they aren't making the Fluffy Dogs, but I think that they're taking some different companies that are making toys. I think they're taking some stuff from other companies and they're distributing it. So we're going to look at that too. But yeah.
All right, let's look at, let's see here. We'll go out first to, this is the Loyal Subjects.
Yep, they're bringing back Shortcakes. Shortcake. They're over at Walmart, and you can get them there. They also have Rainbow Bright. You're going to go through the pictures? Yeah, there's Shortcake.
Lots of Shortcake.
I don't have that Rainbow Bright. I love the little sprites. Those are adorable. I might need to get those. So there's those, and then we have some more here. Hold on. Yeah, a lot of them are going to places like Five Below.
Yeah.
Also, now that looks like, I'm sorry, the Purple Pie Man looks like a kid dressing up for Halloween as a pedo Purple Pie Man.
He always was creepy. He always was.
I mean, Sour Grapes is kind of cute, but they look like little kids dressing up like in caricatures of them.
Sour Grapes looks like a drag queen.
But
and
Purple Pie Man looks like a pedo. Like a little kid with a pedo mustache. Anyway, Rainbow Bright. I love the Murky and Lurky. They're really cute.
So what I never understood about the 80s shows is that the girl cartoons, they always had like an element of action to them, but the bad guys were always like creepy middle-aged men.
You're creeping on girls. Like... You know what? Oh, I was just change the subject for a second, but you know what sets people off now when you tell them that the sprite's name's Twink?
Oh yeah.
I have a backpack and I bought it and I'm so excited about it. I love it. I'm actually carrying it today and it looks like Twink from Rainbow Bright. And people are like, wait, what? My daughter, I told her, she's like, wait, what? And I was like, no, that was the name.
So I think if I had these licenses, I'd get the license for Rainbow Bright and I'd get the license for Care Bears and I would make Twink and the Bear.
I don't think that would.
And I'd make it a thing like
I don't think that would be a good idea.
It'd be like Tugs or Love a Lot Bear or somebody, you know what I'm saying? And they would just like go on adventures together.
Oh, and then Dibble, you have to put Dibble in there.
And Dibble, the testicle. Yeah, Dibble's. I've never seen. Do they have like Dibble?
I have no idea.
Dibble was, for those of you who don't know, the new Care Bears cartoon. Before it came out, they had Dibble, which looks like a it looks like a testicle. It's like a peach colored ball. And Dibble kind of became the patron saint of Clownfish TV until the cartoon came out and Dibble was not nearly as cool as we imagined Dibble.
Yeah, Dibble was not fun. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, more Shortcakes.
More Shortcakes. Even more Shortcakes.
Cute.
Rainbow Bright.
I've seen the Rainbow Bright doll. I didn't buy her, but I don't know. I might change my mind. I love toys. It's a problem.
So here's the thing with Rainbow Bright, which I learned not too long ago, actually. I always wondered why they look like they're in spacesuits. because originally they were in spacesuits. They actually had helmets and everything. And then they took the helmets away because they're like, that's overkill. It's too much. But they still had the moon boots and everything.
I like it. That's so funny when we saw like the designs for the one character in the Princess of Power show. I forget which one it was that had it. And we were like, no, it was She-Ra, wasn't it? That had moon boots. I was like, why did she have moon boots?
Yeah.
These are cute, but they're really expensive. You know, it's like $15 for 2 little figures.
But notice that they're going back to the retro stuff. They're going back to what works because they tried that Rainbow Bright comic reboot, which was nothing like Rainbow Bright. I think that's the only comic book we ever actually reviewed on the channel because it was retro. And we're like, God, this is like what not to do. It was
you can go back and watch those videos. We even tried to be fair about it. We're like, okay, here's the first one. And then we're
so
like,
hard.
what is this? And then it's just, you didn't even get Rainbow Bright to the end of the second issue.
Oh, man. Limited edition 2024 San Diego Comic Con.
I want one. I really want one. I'm not going to be in San Diego.
No. Yeah, people were upset.
They're going to pre-order online at retail partners.
Okay.
Because I very much want one of those. Wait, what?
What? Plum Pudding's back.
What? Okay, they're actually, someone said I see Plum Pudding as a boy. Okay, true story. They're actually Plum Pudding one was a boy in the art, and then a girl. And it was like in the show. Plum Pudding was it the show was a boy and the toys were a girl?
Okay, no. Originally, Plum Pudding, when Plum Pudding came out, how do I know the freaking lore? It was one of those weird things.
Plum Pudding was trans, guys.
Plum Pudding was supposed to be a boy. Plum Pudding even had a girlfriend on the cards. And then at some point in time, they decided Plum Pudding was a girl later on in the line, and they just never addressed it. And I think it's really as simple as girl dolls sell, boy dolls don't.
Well,
that was it.
Another interesting thing, they did a re-release, and they released different dolls. I think it was overseas, and they even did ones that were like characters that we had never had toys of over here. And they did a male version, a boy version of Plum Pudding. And I know this because I got one for our daughter who collects Strawberry Shortcake. We dressed up like a Strawberry Shortcake characters to go to PowerCon, and she wanted the boy version really bad. But now I see this, I need to get the girl version for her. Go down here on the right. It says, will these be available online? Sorry, we're taking a detour. Click and see what they said. I need to know. Comic-Con pre-order on price. Yes, okay, I need more details because the little subjects, if you're ever listening to this,
yes.
love what you're doing. If you ever want to send me some stuff, please do. But I really want to find out about getting this Plum Pudding for my daughter because she absolutely adores Strawberry Shortcake. It's like she has a massive collection. I like that shortcake a lot too. She looks like the vintage one.
She has a purse.
I like her.
Yeah, I think that...
I'm not anywhere near San Diego. Pins.
Sprites.
Dang it. Anybody going to San Diego can help a girl out. So here's their site. They're doing a bunch of, they're doing Comic-Con exclusives in general. They're doing Ninja Turtles. They have Avatar. They have a bunch of different things. They're doing dolls. There's a bunch of things that they're working on.
Yeah, they're pretty popular with collectors right now. So that's, I mean, again, they're mostly a collector line, which, is really the market, the adult market. But then you got to like basic fun. And this is, where we're going to talk a little bit about like Hasbro and stuff later. But a lot of the Hasbro licenses, they just outsourced to basic fun.
Yeah, Care Bears, Tonka.
Yeah, this is all stuff that...
Pound Puppies, My Little Pony.
Yeah, Lil's Pet Shops are huge now.
My daughter is so excited they brought back Lil's Pet Shops. She's very thrilled because that's another thing she collects is Lil's Pet Shops. Loves them. And they're the bobblehead versions too because she hates the ones that don't. I buy their My Little Ponies. I've bought a lot of their reissue ponies. I have them. But
yeah, like even Light Bright and ponies and stuff. And then we know that Hasbro outsourced Power Rangers to, what was it, Playmates? That makes Ninja Turtles and stuff too. So everybody's like, yeah, they're trying to chase after. It's one of two markets. It's either the kids market, the collector market, or yes. Yeah, it seems like they show kids in the pictures, but like I'm telling you, adults are buying the Pound
Puppies.
There's
an adult for that one. Well, like tomorrow, we're going shopping. I'm not going to say where, but we're going out. We never get to go out. We're going shopping. And when we go shopping, we're on a mission to find things. We're on a mission. You're looking for Transformers. I'll look for the new Monster High dolls. I'm also looking for the Calico Critters because it's my data. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's just so cute. I had to share. They're my latest thing. I absolutely adore them. Pinky Boo has a bunch when she was a kid. I cleaned them up and packed them up. And then I was like, I love them. So I now buy them.
The goat family. You had like, You had like little cats that had little cupcake hats on.
I do. Those are the blind bags. So we're on a quest to find the blind bags.
I'm not even kidding.
They're so cute.
Look at this. This is like...
I don't have those ones yet.
You don't have these ones?
No.
This is a fox with an apple for a hat.
That's like a deer.
This is a shroomy bunny.
I don't know. It might be a cat, but they're really cute. I love
Nutty
them.
squirrel.
And they're flocked, and they're fluffy, and they're flippin' adorable. But anyway, you can go back to other things. I just took a side tangent because I really love them, and they're very cute.
Let's talk about Extensive Enterprises, which I thought was fantastic. You're like, oh, there's this company out there that's gobbling up licenses. It's called Extensive Enterprises.
Well, I think what they're doing is they're working with companies that are making their own things or have licenses. 'Cause I know, for example, they're working with the guy who's doing the guy you got talked to before.
Oh, Bobby Valle. Yeah,
I think they're working with Valaverse. And
he worked for Hasbro too. Yeah,
I know they're working with the people that are doing the new release of the Fluffy Dogs, because they're bringing Fluffy Dogs back, and they have new ones coming. And I know on Walmart.com you can buy a couple ones they have out. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, no, this is interesting. This is Michael Kelly, the former VP of Global Publishing at Hasbro. He was actually behind the new Transformers G.I. Joe reboot at Skybound, which I picked up the first two collections. I need to read them. I got the Duke book and the Transformers book. But it looks really good. It looks like it's actually on brand compared to the IDW stuff. The IDW stuff was like gender identity in Transformers comics. And when you went to the convention, there were a bunch of G.I. Joe fans at the one convention. The Hasbro marketing gal was asking them to give their pronouns. I mean, we're talking about guys in their 40s, some of them in their 50s, many of them former military, and they're being asked to give their pronouns at a freaking toy show.
But they did. I mean,
they did. They're just kind of like, what?
Weirded out, but they're like, you know what? That's what it takes to ask questions. Okay,
that's what it takes to ask questions.
Most people do it if they have to, but they just like, it's just weird to put them in that position. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think this is actually pretty cool, because a lot of the people that, and we're seeing a lot of this happen, a lot of the people that made the things made these companies go, whether it's Hasbro or Disney or, some different game publishers or whatever it is, they're going out on their own, because it seems like the corporations that actually own the IP don't really care that much about them anymore. They just want to kind of get juice them. But this is what he said. He said, developing a strong IP and executing the right brand strategy is vital to breaking through the noise in today's marketplace. Storytelling is particularly important as a component in a brand strategy. What we're seeing is a lot of multimedia, kind of like they used to do. Like, with Transformers and G.I. Joe, it's like, yeah, we're doing Transformers and G.I. Joe collectibles, but let's also do comics. Let's also do retro style video games. Let's do, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But again, it's all geared more toward adults. I don't think a lot of these companies with these legacy brands are trying to capture the younger audience, and I don't know if I want them to, because if they're going to try to make it for current year, they're going to ruin it.
Probably. Well, this is what they're saying. At launch, Extensive Enterprises boasts a client roster, including Valaverse, the company behind the Action Force brand, which you've had him on.
Bobby Val is a pretty cool guy. Yeah.
And we've reviewed the toys before on the blog. King Features, that manages Popeye, Cuphead, Flash Gordon, and more. Punky's Playhouse. They own the Fluffy Dogs. They're relaunching flippin' Seawees. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
I want Seawees. Oh my God. Fuck yeah. I have a whole bunch of Seawees.
Okay, we just made her day.
So, they're Fluffy Dogs. They're doing Seawees. I have to go look that up after this. Snorks and Eat Sleep brands. Sorry, guys. I love these things. And Anime Village and the forthcoming anime feature Pierre the Pigeon Hawk. So there you go.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because as soon as she said Extensive Enterprises, for those of you who don't know, that's Tomax and Zygmunt.
He got all excited as soon as he's like, "Oh my, like
the corporate front for Cobra, Crimson Guard." I was like, I get that reference. I get that. Extensive Enterprises. So yeah, they're bringing some old brands back, but I guarantee you, it's mostly geared toward collectors. But that's okay, right? I'm man enough to admit that I play with toys, right?
Oh, I play with toys. Well, I don't play with them as much, but I collect. Well, I collect them.
This is me without.
Now I'm all excited about Seawees.
We currently own and license the toy brands Fluffy Dogs, Seawees, Snorks, and Eat Sleep.
I already have a couple of their Fluffy Dogs. They have other ones on order that were coming when they did orders for them.
Yeah, you've already got
those. Now they have Seawees coming, and I'm interested in the Seawees, man. Where are the Seawees?
Seawees. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is kind of like our house.
Yes, it is kind of.
Right here.
Oh, look at all that. There's the boy version. Right there.
Oh,
Plum pudding.
yeah,
Those
plum
are
pudding.
that's the international one. That's the one that there's over here on the right. There's some more of them. These are in the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought one for they have berry cans and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they got all kinds of cool stuff. So there we go, guys. Seaweeds are coming back.
Sorry, I'm very excited.
I should just call that. What is up with Blueberry Muffin?
I don't know, but I'm very, very excited right now. I can pee.
Okay. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
There we go. Adults buy more toys. This video ran long. We do
I'm
like
sorry,
toys.
but I love toys.
All right. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.